got a couple of things I want to show you before, kind of like a little bit of a pre-show here. By the way, welcome to that vinyl channel. I'm that vinyl guy boss. So tonight will be part 4, the last part of showing my various records from my various collection. In other words, records, albums that have multiple artists. Think K-tel, Ronco. Other ones that are similar to that, these have multiple artists on the same album. And I keep all these in one place. And I have a pretty large collection of these type of albums. I like them a lot. And I've put up 3 previous videos, and tonight I'm going to show you all the rest of them. And I'm going to work out a way where I link all these videos together, where you can easily move from one video to another, which I haven't done so far. But this I came across. I was cleaning out my closet, and I came across this. I forgot that I got this. I think I got this in a garage sale or a thrift store. I don't remember. It wasn't very much. Maybe a Salvation Army, but it was pretty cool. I want to show it to you. If you've never seen this before, this is from the 70s. Matter of fact, it has copyright on it, 1978. And if you see here, it says for ages 3 and up. Okay, so that's for kids, really. So basically, this is a Mother Goose record player. It's supposed to play 78 RPM records. Be easy for a kid to use. These never worked, and I didn't expect this one to work, and it didn't. I tried to get it to work. I kind of got a record playing on it at one point, but I don't think it'll work anymore. But let me see if I can figure this out. So this open, right? Yeah. So this opens up like this. And there's a needle right here. And what you do is you put the 45, have an adapter. Well, it has an adapter here, but that adapter, I don't think it worked very well. So you put the 45 on there, and you close this up. And it has a speed adjustment too on it. And it takes batteries. It takes like 2 or 3 C batteries back here in the back. So, but anyways, you close it up, and it's supposed to play the record through these speakers. So, like I said, they've never worked never worked very well, even when they're brand new. Just toys, but they're kind of cool. So I bought this and just to play with it. Like I said, I got it kind of working at one point, but I gave up on it. But it's still fun to have. So I wanted to go ahead and show that to you if you've never seen that before. Again, I'll show you the out of box again. So that's what it looks like. Mother Goose phonographic record player. Yeah, high fidelity stuff, right? So what else we have to show you today? So hey, Adrian, how you doing tonight? It's good to see you. So before we get started on all these fun various records, I got another soundtrack in the mail that I wanted to go ahead and show you guys it. So this is a movie that came out. I don't know. I saw it earlier. I saw it last year, closer to the end of the year. I'm not sure exactly when it came out. But it's called Weapons, and it was a. It's not a. I wouldn't so much say a horror movie, but it was a thriller. I had it earlier in my head, but it's a thriller basically. So I'm not into horror that much, especially like thrashers. But this is a thriller movie, and it came with a pretty cool lenticular cover. I want to show you that. I bought this one from Amoeba Records. Amoeba Music. I'm going to go ahead and show you the hype sticker here. You want to go and take a look at it. So it's also available directly from Waxwork. Now you notice it has the Waxwork logo up here. So Waxwork made it, but Waxwork also made it available for different I'm doing really good tonight. I'm doing really good. I can't complain. And no one would carry me even if I did. So anyways, yeah, so Waxwork made it available to several different companies that sell records in different variants. So let me go ahead and open this cover up and show you the inside of this. Take off this plastic, save the hype sticker for later. I'll have to keep these hype stickers. Again, really, really great movie. It has, if you all seen the TV show Ozark, the girl the actress that played Ruth, I don't remember her actual name, but the actress that played Ruth, she's the main female character in this, and I forget the guy, the main male character in this. But like I said, it was a pretty good movie. So here is the lenticular cover. It changes from this time, which is 217, which is very important in the show. So, and then we have weapons. So, see how it changes? So yeah, pretty cool. Hey, Don, how you doing tonight? It's good to see you. So here's what the back of this looks like. And let me go and get this opened up and show you the inside of it. Very cool. The movie's about some kids who disappeared at 2:17 a.m. in the middle of the night. So, I guess it's only one record. Ooh, be careful about that. I don't want to bend anything. So, it has some artwork that was on the inside. It's good seeing you, Warp Dog. Have you seen this movie before, Warp Dog? Weapons? It's pretty good. So I'm showing off the soundtrack. So there's that, and it has this on the back. So that's some extra artwork that it has. And I'm gonna go ahead and get the actual record out. Show it to you. Is there something else in here? It feels like it's bending something. Maybe not. Okay. Anyways, let's see. I forget why they call this variant, but it's pretty cool looking. So that's the vinyl. Pretty cool. Yeah, very cool cover. Very cool movie. If you like thrillers, suspense thrillers, if you like those kind of movies, it may dip its toe a little bit in the horror genre, but I don't consider it a horror movie, but some might. But I consider it more suspense, a thriller than anything else. But yeah, it's a good movie. So again, it has a nice cover on it. Very, very cool. Weapons. So check it out. Have that. So we're going to get into... I got you up here. Awesome. Yes, thank you. Yeah, very, very cool cover. So we're going to go ahead and get to some of these various records that I have. So this one I picked up recently, like last week. And it's very, very interesting. There's not... I'll show it to you. So anyways, this is called Rock Fantasy. This is the K-Tel album. And it's on the K-Tel International label, and it even says limited collector's edition, which I don't think I've ever seen before on a K-Tel label before. I'll see if I can bring it up to the camera. Limited collector's edition. So usually, this was a really weird record. So K-Tel usually like this, and I grabbed another K-Tel to show you what I mean. Here's a typical K-Tel. So as you see up here, it says all original hits, original stars, Samantha Sang, Player, Andy Gibb, Commodores, Donna Summer. It has artists that we know, songs we know. Baby Come Back, Emotion, Long Long Way from Home by Foreigner, Theme from Close Encounters, Peg by Steely Dan. All these are songs that we all know off the radio. That's usually the kind of stuff that they put on these K-Tel records. But this record, first of all, I did a lot of research on it, and I believe it's a kids album. It was pressed in Canada, and if you look at the track listing on this, I'm gonna see if we can't bring it up to see if I don't bump my microphone. But it has stuff like the Bears, Big Fat Mama, Sir Dandelion, You Don't Need a Crown, Bernie Bird, Harry O'Hare. There's even a guy on here called, what's his name? Well, there's Jackass and the Mule Skinners. There's Sidney Clunk and the Friendly Skunk. Tom and Kitty Cat. By the way, Tom and Kitty Cat has 2 songs on here. The Dogs Family. And there's one that was really weird. Oh, there's Giraffe, with a letter G in Raff. Sniff Sniff. And the other one was, where was it? Maybe it was the name. Anyways, it was just, it's just these weird titles and weird names that no one's ever heard of. So it's like, it was definitely a kids album. It was pressed by Quality Records, which again is out of Canada. So it's a K-Tel record I've never seen before. I posted it I'm in a Facebook group that basically all they do is just show off K-Tel albums, and several people said they had never seen it before. So it's just a weird, and it's definitely K-Tel. You can see up here in the corner, it's K-Tel logo, but it's definitely weird. And I play these songs, and some of them are funny, some of them are a little bit, I don't know. But weird for sure. But anyways, there is that one there. And of course you all saw the K-Tel, the other K-Tel, so we got that. So moving right along. Actually, I looked this up. I think this came out I believe this came out in 1982. I think. Again, it's hard to find. There's not a date on it, but I did some research, and I had a guy helping me online, and we think it came out around 1982, which is also weird. So, but we could be wrong. Discogs doesn't show a date for it, and there's not a date on it. Not that I saw. There's a date on it? Look again. I could have swore there was no date on it. Yeah, no date on it anywhere. So, don't know. So, yeah, those older mid-70s labels, Canadian company, we had lots of those limited collectors labels, very common, cool, yeah. But I had never seen one before with those names on it, bands we don't know, so that's really weird. So this is an interesting record. This was put out by a radio station, WTRY. This came out in the 1980s based on the songs on here, mid-80s. Maybe 74, somewhere around there. Is there a date on here? I'm not really sure. But this has, I'll show you the label here. It's Firebird label. And this has, but by the way, this is called We Rock Your World. Is the name of the record. And then this has Free Bird by Leonard Skinner. Again, Emotion by Samantha Sang that was on the other K-Tel. Good Vibrations, The Beach Boys, December '63 by the Four Seasons. Maggie May by Rod Stewart. What else does it have? It has, let me see if I can't show you this. I shouldn't have that in there at all. Anyways, we have a Boogie Oogie Oogie, Taste of Honey. So, bring up the track listing for you to see that. I got this, I remember this sticker. I got this from 50 cents. In a thrift store that's up in Tampa, and it actually was in pretty good shape for 50 cents. So even though it has $3.99 on here, that's their sticker. So I'm pretty sure it was 50 cents. So, but if you want to see the back of this, but very, very cool compilation album. WTRY 980 AM, it says. So let's move on. Let's see what else we got here. This one was interesting. I do like this kind of stuff. A lot of people hate this stuff, but I don't mind it. My grandfather used to have 8-tracks of this kind of stuff in his car all the time. I don't know where he got them from, but he got them. But anyways, this is it says FM performed by Odyssey, and if you look at the tracks on this, and I'll show you the label on this if you're curious, want to see it. But so here are some songs on here. It has FM by Steely Dan, Tumbling Dice by the Rolling Stones, Livingston, Saturday Night, Jimmy Buffett, Night Moves, Bob Seger, Cold as Ice, Foreigner, Lido Shuffle, Boss Skaggs, and etc. And it goes on and on. So I just bring it up to take a gander at the track listing, right? But these are not original artists. These are all performed by this group. Down here it tells you. It says performed by Odyssey. Now, if you don't pay attention to this or really pay attention to what this means, you go to a store and buy this, you take it home, and you're expecting to have all these songs, all these hit songs by these artists. You're going to be disappointed because it's not. So this came out in 1978, by the way. So not that the songs aren't good. I actually play this. It's actually decent. This group Odyssey, whoever they are, they actually do a really good job covering these songs. They sound pretty good actually, but they're not the original songs though. So like I said, my grandfather had just a bunch of 8-tracks all the time in his car with these fake K-Tels, and not original hit stars. This is one I got over the summer last summer. I think I showed it once on one time when I first got it, maybe about 6 months ago. But this is the Pizza Hut's greatest hits, or Pizza Hut hits. So put out by Pizza Hut. It's got the Pizza Hut logo right there on the label. 12 greatest hits by the original artist, and has I'll take a look here. Don't Make My Brown Eyes Blues, Surf City, Give Me Some Lovin', American Woman, Back on My Feet Again, Bluer Than Blue. These are all soft rock songs from the mid 1970s, right? Mid to late 1970s. One 1980, a couple 1980, but most of these are mid 1970s. A really interesting compilation. So Pizza Hut. If anybody wants pizza tonight. What else do I got here? Got some Goofy Gold. Who wants some Goofy Gold? All right, so this is a label called Exact. And this is very similar to, I don't think these are, did I show this last time? I don't remember. Anyways, hope I didn't get misled. Anyway, either way, Goofy Gold, I think these are the original artists. And this company Exact is like K-Tel and Ronco, and they put out these compilations. But this has Charlie Brown, The Birds of the Word, Purple People Eater, Do the Funky Chicken, Wooly Bully. So pretty cool. I'm thinking I showed that. Okay, so he says that that's better than we could come up with. So cool. I think that NC stands for Novelty Children as part of the catalog number. That NC part of the catalog number NC 431. I think the NC stands for Novelty in Children, but not sure. But cool, yeah. Thanks for letting me know. Here's another another K-Tel that I had never seen before. So just for laughs, this is did I not show some of these? I don't remember. I don't think so. So anyways, just for laughs, it's K-Tel. It has novelty songs from the 1980s. Most of these K-Tel compilations with these novelty songs are from the 60s and 70s. I have several in my collection, and they're all the same 60s and 70s novelty songs, like the Purple People Eater and Charlie Brown and all those that came out in the 70s and 60s. But this is Valley Girl, Telephone Man, My Bologna, Shut Up Your Face, another one, Rides the Bus, Marty Feldman Eyes, Cow Patty, Jingle Bells, Laughing All the Way, Take Off. All these are 80s, are from the 80s. So it's pretty interesting to find one of these novelty K-Tel albums from the 80s. So I had never seen it before. So pretty cool. Another addition to my ever-growing K-Tel collection. What else we got here? We have, is this K-Tel as well? I don't remember. Oh, yeah, it is K-Tel. Usually it has K-Tel somewhere on the front, but I don't see that. So anyways, this is rock, Southern style rock and roll with a little bite, as it says here. It's definitely a K-Tel album. Here's the K-Tel label. But this has The Outlaws, Leonard Skinner, Marshall Tucker Band, Allman Brothers, Rosalind and Collins Band, Charlie Daniels Band. So, show you the back here. I'm going to take a look at the track listing. So that's what the back looks like. So, okay, so it does have the K-Tel logo down here. But usually it says usually it's in a corner somewhere, but it's not there. I don't see it. So interesting. So pretty cool. Southern rock stuff, I believe. NC is Canada. Is that what that stands for? US K-Tel would be NU or TU. Okay, cool. Well, I learn something new every day. So, cool, awesome. Thanks, Rob Dog. So here's another cool one. It's still sealed. I haven't opened it yet. Picked this up in a dollar bin. Firestone Season's Greetings. This is a holiday record. Christmas classics. This has Nat King Cole, Burl Ives, Gene Autry, Bing Crosby, Dean Martin, Tennessee Ernie Ford. All these classic Christmas songs by these artists. I do like this. I keep meaning to open this up. I thought I would open it up last Christmas. I just never got time or around to it. So maybe I'll open it up next Christmas. But for now, it's still sealed. So put it over here. Another one here. This is a K-Tel album from the UK, even though it has the Statue of Liberty on it, and it says Good Morning America, which is the name of the record. It has this blue K-Tel label on it. And on the bottom here, it says it's from 1980 K-Tel International, and it has a London address on here. So pressed by Pi Records. So this has take the out here. It has all these songs on it from 1980, I think. So The City of New Orleans by Arlo Guthrie, Me and Bobby McGee, It Never Rains in Southern California, Brown Eyed Girl, Year of the Cat, Mr. Tambourine Man. So all those great songs. Make sure get the glare off of it if you want to see it, but very cool stuff. So definitely been adding to my K-Tel collection. There is a lot of K-Tel albums. I mean, every time I turn around, there's another one that I've never seen before. So, what else we have here? We have Rock for Amnesty. I think this was like a concert honoring Amnesty International 25th anniversary. So I don't know if it's a concert or not, but it says honoring Amnesty International. There's the logo down there, but this has all these bands. They probably put this together and put it out for, without worrying about getting paid for it. But you got John Cougar, Simple Minds, Paul McCartney, Bryan Adams, Sting, Peter Gabriel. Came out in 1986. So it has all these great artists on it. So pretty cool. Let's put it on a Mercury label. Yeah, I like this one. It's pretty cool. And I have a 45 too from the same album that has I think it has John Cougar on one side, and it has Howard Jones on the other, and it has the same picture of the candle on it. So I always wonder why Howard Jones and John Cougar Mellencamp appeared on the same 45, but that's why. So we have $1 Billion. I don't need this. Oh, it tells me the year though. It said this came out in 1971. So, anyways, $1 Billion Movies. That's performed by the Film Festival Orchestra. So, pretty cool comp. This is a Springboard release. Springboard is another one, another cool label like the other ones. And this one has performing songs from Jaws, The Godfather, Exorcist, Sound of Music, Gone with the Wind, The Sting, Dr. Zhivago, Towering Inferno, Love Story. So, honestly, this is not a multiple artist one, but I kind of treat it as it because it has because it's from all these different soundtrack, all these different movies. So, so I keep them in there. I look at it like a K-Tel album. So, anyways, there's that. I'm gonna take a quick drink here, guys. All right. Keep moving. Something that I found last year. I think I found this around April last year, and I went in and bought it, and I found this is volume 1, and I found volume 2, and I got that one as well. This is really weird. So this is Cartoon Breaks. So you see all these cartoons on here, if you can see them? It has He-Man, and it has the Jetsons, and the Simpsons, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Transformers, Daffy Duck, Wonder Woman, Superman, the Blue People, the Smurfs are down here. So it has all these cartoons on this front cover, which is nicely done. So what this is, and I'll show you the label here. Not a lot of money was put into the label. So, Cartoon Breaks. But I'll show you the back of this. So basically, here's the back of it. So these are snippets. These are all snippets from cartoons. So Thundercats, and other ones, and Woody Woodpecker, Tom and Jerry, Transformers, Fat Albert. It has all everybody down here, but just snippets from cartoons. Sometimes it'll have the theme, like the Jetsons. It has the Jetsons theme, and it has that song that I forget what it's called, by the Way Out. So if you ever seen the Jetsons before, there was a song they did. That's on here as well. And the theme of the Simpsons are on here. Sometimes there's some talking. You have a Beavis and Butthead on there. So it just has just random stuff from cartoons, usually from the 90s. Of course, Jetsons is 70s or 60s, right? Didn't Jetsons come out in the 60s or 70s? In the back here, you see Pink Panther and other ones too. So it just snippets of these cartoons and themes and other sound effects from the cartoons. So it's really interesting. So drink break, yep. So I think I got the second volume in here somewhere as well. When it comes across, I'll show it to you. This is one that's really cool. The Yiddish are coming. The Yiddish are coming. Not sure of the year. I think it's like 1963, I would want to say. But basically, Yiddish are coming. This is just basically a Jewish comedy. They made this album and it has skits on it, and they're pretty funny. You got A Visit from the Press, Private Goldberg, Volunteers, The Military Decision, Battle in the Desert. That's one of the funniest ones is Battle in the Desert. If you know the song, can't think of the song right now. But anyways, it's just good stuff. It's good stuff. So the Irving, the song called Irving is called the Ballad of Irving, I think it's called. The guy who sang that, he does a lot of the talking on this. So I can't remember his name. I think it's maybe Len Maxwell. No, Frank Gallup. Frank Gallup, that's his name. It's Frank Gallup. So Frank Gallup does a lot of the talking on here, but yeah, it's pretty funny actually. So I like that kind of thing. Comedy breaks. I think on the back of the record, they show other ones. Video game breaks, and hip hop breaks. That's all it shows on the back of it, on the bottom. But there is a volume 2 to this, to the cartoon breaks. But that's cool. I'll have to find the comedy breaks one. I'll have to look it up. So yeah. I'm sure there were lots of those breaks. So let me just skip this one. I'll show it to you real quick. Got this one from a neighbor. He just gave it to me. The Glory of Christmas. It's just Christmas songs. So I put it in the various section. Not sure who performed these. But doesn't even say the band name. So, but anyways, if you're curious. What else we have here? We have Sundays. So I really like Sundays. That they put out a lot of great. The Sundays that they put out a lot of. Sundays is a reissue company, and they put out mainly '60s records that came out in the '60s. They do reissues of them. So that's mainly what Sundays does. And go to the website. They got a lot of great stuff out there. But anyways, this is a Soul Treasure reissue. Let me see if I can open this up and take a better look at it. So, came out on this yellow vinyl. So, and let's see what it says here. Featuring Betty Harris, Mickey Murray, Danny White. I believe these are probably from the 60s and 70s. It's just soul artists. It's a collection of different soul artists and songs that they did. Johnny Adams, Robert Parker, Mickey Murray, JoJo Jensen. I do like soul. These are this is stuff that's done on this label, on this SS. Is it SSS? I guess it's SSS International. And you can see the labels. So these were actually probably singles put out by this label, and they did a collection of all these singles and put them out on a record. So cool stuff. Yeah, I have that. I have that song too, and believe it or not, the 45 of that song, "The Ballad of Irving," is a different recording or a different take than what's on that album. If you listen to "The Ballad of Irving" on this album, it is not the same take, the same take that's on the 45. So, hey, friend in the back, how you doing tonight? It's good seeing you. So Shelby Sun Records. Okay, cool. Good to know. So yeah, the Ballad of Irving is a really great song. Like I said, I had the same album, but it's on the 45. It's a different version of it. So of course, I also have. He put out another 45, a follow-up 45 with his son on it. So that was, I'm trying to remember the name. I can't think of it. Anyways, good. It's good to see everybody. So we have Rock Menu. So this is put out by, is it Chrysalis? I think it's pronounced Chrysalis. Put out by Chrysalis, and this is their greatest hits rock songs that were out on their label. So. This is what the label looks like. And this is the menu, rock menu as they put it. So it has Heart and Soul, Huey Lewis on the News, Pat Benatar, Love is a Battlefield, John Waite, Change, Go West, We Close Our Eyes, Billy Idol, Eyes Without a Face. All those great songs. All those are 80s songs. So this came out probably in the early to mid 80s. So, but great compilation. Moving on. Found this one in like a 25-cent bin somewhere, and I bought it just because it was weird. But actually, it didn't play too bad at all. It actually played pretty good, even though the cover was kind of beat up. But this is Silly Songs. It says a 3-album set, but this came with only one record. So, or is it separate? No, I don't think they're separate. No, not separate. It says 3-album set, but it only came with it was probably 3-album set. Sometimes they put them in their own covers. This is only the one cover with the one record. 40 greatest, of course, that's not 40, but greatest stars, greatest hits, put out on the Imperial House label. There's the label for you, Imperial House. And again, I'll show you the cover. And this has more, like I was talking about earlier. Usually when you see these, it's 1970s stuff. Alley Oop, Witch Doctor, Alarm King Jones, The Streak, Seven Little Girls, Running Bear, Chewy Chewy, The Birds of the Word, so, Yummy Yummy. So all these are, of course, this is, yes, it's four records. I don't know which one mine is. Let me see. Mine is Alley Oop. So mine is record number 1. So, but if I want to take a look at all the different track listings here. So I believe it's the original artist. I believe. So, anyways, yeah, on the bottom it has a date of 1977. Here's one I found a couple years ago at a local record store. Didn't know much about it. It was just $10, but I figured, you know what? I want to find out what this is. So this is in German. 20 Spitzenschlager hits. And here's something in English: Morning Sky, Mamma Mia, Josie, Charlie Brown. Okay. All the rest of this is in Fly Robin Fly. Okay. But all the rest of this is in German. So it was just morbid curiosity is why I bought it. It was in really, really nice shape. It looked like almost like it had never been played. Here's the back of it. So, but basically what it is, it's mainly disco stuff. I think this is not a date, right? I don't think there was a date. But here's the label here. I'll show it to you. Maybe there's a date on the label. Made in Germany, of course. I don't see a date on here. But that's what the label looks like. 20 Splitzen Hogger hits. So basically, most of this is disco. Cool. So the Imperial House label was a K-Tel label. Usually all re-recorded versions. Okay, cool. Good to know. Hot to pop it in with my other K-Tel records. Thanks for letting me know, Warp Dog. So basically, this is a disco record, and it has some songs that are in German that I don't know what song. I'm not familiar with the songs, and some songs are English songs like "Fly Robin Fly" and stuff like that. But it was definitely interesting hearing it. I'm glad I picked it up. It's not bad to expose yourself to new stuff like this. So yeah, pretty cool. What else we got here? We have The Works. Warner Brothers picked this up at a record show a couple years ago. Double LP, I think. Double LP. It's came out on the white lined Warner Brother label. Don't see a year on the label, but I think it's called The Works. Give 'em the Works. It's called, I'll show you the cover here again. And that's the back, pretty simple. It's a gatefold. But I think this was just songs that they were planning on releasing as singles, and this is like a preview. I think that's what this is. It has Rod Stewart, Foghat, Montrose, Fleetwood Mac, Bonnie Raitt, Black Sabbath, Leon Redbone, Frank Zappa, Richard Pryor, Little Feat, Leo Sayer. So I'll bring that up that side so you can see all these artists. So, but it's pretty cool. Nice compilation by Warner Brothers, based on the songs. Based on the songs, I want to say this was 75-ish, 76 maybe. So maybe a little later. Put it back in a nice plastic sleeve. So it's less work I have to do later. After I'm done with the show, that's when the real work starts. I have to put all these records back up. And it could take a little time. Yeah, a lot of stuff on that record. Definitely, I agree. So here's Tarantino Experience. So the ultimate tribute to Quentin Tarantino. So put out on I think it was put on both red and yellow vinyl. Let me open it up here, take it out. Yeah. So here's the yellow vinyl. Oh man, I got to put them here. That won't cooperate. And here's the red vinyl. And it has that's what it looks like outside the plastic. I know sometimes it looks better outside the plastic. And here's the back of it. It has songs from all these movies. I guess these are songs that were in his movies at one time. So Dwayne Eddy, The Hurricanes, Mama and Papas, The Coasters, The Meters, Blue Suede, Clarence Carter, Wilson Pickett, Dusty Springfield, Chuck Berry. So all kind of songs like that. Oop, let me get rid of this. Yeah. Yeah, I have a couple other Warner Brothers similar too, but yeah, that is kind of late for that one. Had the Terry Tina comp on Black Vinyl. Yeah, I think you're right. I think it does play at 45 RPM. And when you open up the inside, it has a nice gatefold. So has this nice car at the bottom here, which I think is a GTO. Very cool, but nice, really nice artwork on this. I don't think there's anything else in here, right? Nope, that's it. So got that. He had great using his gloves. Okay. Didn't quite catch you there, Adrian, with your periods. He had great using his movies. Yes, I agree. I love his movies. Awesome. This is another. I think this is RCA. But this is Turned on Broadway. K-Tel did stuff like this too, but this is like just stuff, disco stuff that they put out. They took some Broadway songs and then they did it in a disco style. So it says on here, Luther Henderson conducting the Broadway Symphony Orchestra. So it's on the RCA Red Seal. Pretty cool stuff. So this is what is this? This is Rock the Clock. So this is a radio show. If I gotta figure this, I'll bring it up. I love these radio shows. I have a lot of radio shows. So let's see if I can bring it up. So this is can I do that? Here we go. So it's Rock the Clock. Rock the Clock. Put out by DR Radio Network. This has different artists on it. It has this side has the band Up the Creek. So I don't know if it's a live version or a studio version. It could be live. On this side, it's Roger Daltrey, After the Fire. So it's probably an interview as well with the artist. And on this side over here, it's probably an interview with the artist. They're probably studio versions, but I'm not sure though. It's been a while since I played this. Hosted by Rick Nielsen, it says. On this side is Journey, and it has 3 songs on it: "Stone in Love," "Love and Touch and Squeezing," and "Any Way You Want It." And this side here is blank. So it has this cool, they put this cool little design on it, etched this design on it. So, but it said this side is blank, did not play. But yeah, it's a cool little radio program. I love this kind of stuff. I forgot I even had this. It's okay. It's okay, Adrian. We forgive you. I have fat fingers too. Don't worry about it. Yeah, I agree. But wasn't Hooked on Classics? Wasn't that K-Tel, not RCA? Anyways, put that in here. Cool stuff. Put this up. Oops, hide that there. So, oh man, I just saw this being advertised in a reissue. But I said, you know what, I have the originals. So sometimes I still get a reissue if I have the original, but that's okay. This is Living Stereo. Sounds in Space. This is just an orchestra doing stuff that you would hear normally from like Forbidden Planet and stuff like that. Sounds in Space. Just a cool compilation. It does have names here. Bless This House by Jerome Hines, conducted by Paul Mickelson. Diane, the Meloricha Orchestra from Music for Dining. Ragmop, Ralph Flanagan and his orchestra. There's album catalog numbers here. So they probably did a compilation of stuff that sounded like it was from outer space from other albums, and they put them all on one album. That's pretty cool. So I don't know what year this was. I'm going to say probably in the early to mid 60s. So I kept the original inner sleeve. It was real nice. Believe it or not, there's people that collect sleeves, just sleeves. I've seen websites out there where people just collect these and they list them all, of all the sleeves they have, and they catalog them and what year it came out, what album it was from, or different albums it was from. So there's a whole sub culture of people out there that just collect these sleeves, which is really interesting. So, but anyways, this is on the RCA Victor label. I'm sure all of us are familiar with them, but this one says Living Stereo at the bottom, so that's interesting. The RCA. So, anyways. K-Tel on cover, RCA labels on record. Okay. Cool. I never paid attention to that. Awesome. But that one had RCA even on the cover, so it's interesting how they flipped that. This is 20 original hits. This is a double LP. 25 songs by the Sessions, the singers. So this is another one where it's not the original. Does it say original? Yeah, see, it says original hits, but not the original artists. So they're trying to get you that way. Same thing though. These are people doing covers. I think these are 1960s songs. I think early 60s. Dion and the Belmonts, Kathy Carr, Everly Brothers, the Four Preps, Four Aces, Sarah Vaughan, Gail Storm. I think this is. There's no year here. I don't see a year on here, but I think this is early 60s stuff. So, but yeah. And it was done on this. I'll show you the label here for it. Session recordings. So I'm sure it's not the original art. It's not the original artists. So we have that. Now, why did I get this for? I don't remember. I think I got this for 25 cents in a bin, and it just another morbid curiosity. RCA, them old country songs. I'm not a huge fan of old country, but I got it anyways. This has Jim Reeves, Del Wood, Hank Snow, Skeeter Davis, songs like that. These old country songs. Tampa Records. That's another Tampa record. No, well, here's his Tampa Records on the outside. But on the inside, it's RCA. How I love them old songs. Is this even the same record? Has to be. Down Yonder. Yeah, it's the same record, but I bet you anything that this might have been reissued by RCA, but it's on the Dynaflex it's on the Dynaflex label. So pretty cool stuff. I don't see a lot of these gold RCA labels a lot. These gold RCA Victors. So anyways, Wonder why it says Tampa Records on the outside. Oh, it does say RCA at the bottom. My guess is that maybe Tampa Records originally put it out and RCA licensed it and started putting them out. It's my guess. Another Impact. So more 60s stuff. The box tops. Gary Lewis and the Playboys. The Peppermint Twist. Under the Boardwalk. Chubby Checker. So stuff from the 60s. There's the label for it, the Impact label, and that's the back of it. All these songs. So, pretty cool. This came with, I think about, now it's been, not last summer, but the previous summer, and I did a video on this. It's out on my channel, but I was in a, me and my wife actually were in a old antique store, and they had all these furniture and like stuff you don't see in usual antique stores. Like it's like a huge warehouse. It was like super high up in the air, and it had like this huge tall stuff you find in cathedrals almost kind of furniture. It was like crazy. And we were walking around, just spending the afternoon, and just like window shopping. My wife and I like antiques, and we came across this hutch, and we opened it up to look on the inside, and there was a box in the inside of it full of records. I was like, okay, that's interesting, and it had a shirt on saying that I collect records, and it's about 20 records in there, and I started thumbing through them, and the guy comes over and he goes, "You're interested in the records?" And I said, maybe. And I started thumbing through them. A lot of them were out of the sleeves. I picked up a couple, looked at them. They were really scratched up. A few of them were stuff like this, which is not really all that valuable. Maybe 30 records or so. But I was like, I can see him wanting like $20 or $30 for the box of records. I said, I'm not really interested. It's okay. He goes, how about $10 for the box of records? So I looked at it again for like, I think it was about 30 records. I go, you know what, $10, I bet you I can find a couple of good records. And I did. I think I found about 15, maybe 10, 15 records that were actually good that I kept. The rest were just all trashed. So it was definitely worth my $10. Yeah. I like the box top. Yellow RCA were 1974 to 1976, usually only reissues. Cool. I got a bunch of these too. I think I have 3 volumes. This is volume 3, Greatest Hits of Science Fiction, as seen on MTV. Has an MTV sticker on it. But this is put out on the GNP Crescendo label, which is very similar to like Peter Pan, that kind of stuff. These are not original. These are done by some orchestra, but this one has themes from all these sci-fi movies, and see it's got a bunch of sci-fi movies on here. So I'll take it out of plastic. It's still in plastic. That's okay, but maybe it's a little bit better. But it has nothing at the bottom. It shows Return of the Jedi, E.T., War of the Worlds, Lost in Space 1 and 2, Flash Gordon, Raiders of the Lost Ark, The Thing, Blade Runner, Land of the Giants, Space 1999, Capricorn 1, Angry Red Planet. So it has all these themes to all these sci-fi movies. Done pretty well, actually. I love these kind of things. I'm a huge sci-fi. I'm a huge sci-fi freak. So, like I said, I believe I have 3 different volumes of this. So this is volume 3. Again, greatest science fiction hits, and it was Neil. His name is covered up. I think Neil. He's the conductor. I think that guy, Neil Norman. So I believe Neil Norman is the conductor of the orchestra. Heavy Metal Machine, Heavy heavy metal, light price, special selection of bangers, thrashers, crunchers, and mashers for a low price of $6.98 list price. There you go. Again, very similar to like K-Tel. Very, very interesting label. Who put this out? This is called Pull One. This is, yeah, the name is Heavy Metal Machine Pull One. Is it? Looks like it's Med USA is the label. Anyways, it's a pretty interesting label. So this has Wild Dogs, Obsession, Anthem, DC LaCroix, TSOL, Montrose, Hurricane, Titan, all these metal bands. Pretty cool. So, Heavy Metal Machine, Pull One. I guess there's a Pull Two and a Pull Three, I guess. This one I got, and I think I got this for like a dime. But I do like this kind of stuff. It's Merry Christmas and the Columbia Special Products. It's just stuff from just Christmas songs. Julie Andrews, Ray Conniff, Lynn Anderson, Johnny Mathis, that kind of thing. But it's actually in really good shape. It played very well. I did not have a cover, so it just came in the white sleeve. So I just have it in this black cover. But CSB, Columbia Special Products. Usually, Columbia Special Products are like mail order stuff. Sometimes there's giveaways, like a car dealership would have a giveaway or stuff like that, and Columbia Special Products would press for that. But that's usually what that is. So we have some more K-Tel. I think this is a Canadian. Star Tracks. Love the artwork on the back. So this is 1983. You know what? It doesn't even show a K-Tel logo on the label, which is really, it might be printed. It's hard to see, but anyways, let me show you the label. It's really interesting. Usually they have a big K-Tel on the label, but this says SM. Anyways, Star Tracks. And this has stuff from 1983, the pop pop stuff. Every Breath You Take, The Police, Electric Avenue, Eddie Grant, Lies, Thompson Twins, Hungry Like the Wolf. So stuff like that. Stuff that I listened to when I was in high school. So really great listing. Got a mess list plenty to get rid of. I don't want them. One's plenty for me, okay? One's plenty. So, actually, this year, I think over Christmas holiday, I got rid of some Christmas records like that. I just didn't want anymore. So, I gave them to a local record store. They probably put them in the dollar bin. It's probably still there. So, but anyways, Star Tracks, another K-Tel. Got the K-Tel logo right there. So, what else we got? Oh, this was interesting. So I saw this online and I had to buy it. Death. I'll show you this. Death, Glory, Retribution. So, if you see this, it has this kid running out in front of this car driving, going after his ball. I think the next scene is not going to be a pretty scene. So that's an interesting cover for sure. You know what I'm talking about? So basically, it's put out by EMI. This is put out in the 80s, I think. So, but is there a date on here? No dates. People are not putting dates on the. Oh, okay. Looks like 1979. So 1979 Capitol Records. So it has a whole explanation here, but long story short, these are songs that were considered death songs, like Dead Man's Curve and by Jane and Dean, DOA by Blood Rock. Also, songs that had to do with, and he put My Bologna on here by Weird Al, which I don't know what that has to do with this kind of record. But Death, Glory, and Glory, right? So it says Glory. So it has Home of the Brave, Billy, I've Got to Go to Town, which is I think that's a answer record to Ruby Don't Take Your Love to Town by Geraldine Stevens. Wendy Hill is another answer record. Gary, Please Don't Sell My Diamond Ring. That's a song called My Diamond Ring song. That's an answer song to that. I guess the Weird Al is an answer song to the original song that it copied. It's just a really weird compilation. I don't know why someone would do this. It says it up here, 15 rock rarities, including death disc, protest songs, and answer records. So, and you got this picture of this woman up here, like, yelling. So, but really, really cool compilation. Had to pick it up. So what else we got here? Yep, I agree. Very, very weird. So we have, I haven't even played this yet. So this was put out by Exxon Chemicals. Yeah, Exxon Chemicals, right? See that here? There's the Exxon logo, Exxon Chemicals. This is Trick on one side, and Treat on the other. There's the gatefold. I don't even remember. I do like Halloween, that record, so I think I picked this up. I don't know where or how I got this. I never even played it, but I don't know. It has Judy Garland, Over the Rainbow, Ink Spots, Ella Fitzgerald, Bing Crosby. That's Treat. And the Trick is War of the World, Hitchhiker by Orson Welles, and Sorry Wrong Number by Agnes Moorehead. Agnes Moorehead, she played the mother from Bewitched, right? So anyways, yeah. So Trick and Treat. So I guess Treat are the songs about treats, and the Tricks, remember the War of the Worlds that was on the radio? I guess this is a copy of that. But anyways, interesting, weird. Yep, sweet. What else we got here? Disco rock. Who wants some disco rock? I do like disco. Put up by CSP, another Columbia Special Products. Disco rock, original hits, original stars. Show you that you should be able to read them. It's pretty big. But Manhattan, The Hollies, Looking Glass, Redbone, Lou Rawls, the Stylus, George McRae, Rock Your Baby, all these kind of great disco songs. So pretty, really cool. I thought I got rid. Don't tell me I had 3 of these. I got rid of one of the. I had 2 of these, and I got rid of one, and now I have another one. I must have had 3. I must have had 3 copies. So don't have to be, or is this different? You don't have to be Jewish. Maybe this is a different one, but it's also Frank Gallup. That's the one you're talking about, right? You don't have to be Jewish. This is the one that has Irving on it, right? maybe. Anyways, on the cap label, a more Jewish comedy stuff. So you don't have to be Jewish. On this cool realistic, they put it in this cool realistic sleeve. If you remember Radio Shack, they sold these sleeves. So, anyways, of course, these are a dime a dozen. These Firestone Christmas records. This one I kept because, believe it or not, this is like in mint condition, like never played. When you find these, usually they're in like bargain bins, or you find them in 25 cents at the Salvation Army or Goodwill, and they're all beat up to heck, and then they don't sound very good. Okay, so that was before the one with everything. Okay, cool, awesome. So usually these are beat up. And this is volume 4. Has Julie Andrews and Vic Demain, Dorothy, Chris, and all these people. But this one here, believe it or not, it looked almost like it had never been played. It was in mint condition. So I picked it up. I think I did pay like $1 for it, but it was the vinyl looked just like it never been played, and it was in really great condition. So this one I kept. I've tossed out several of these. What else we have here? We have 60 seconds. So this is another radio broadcast record, 60-second LP, put out by Whirlpool. They sponsored it. But this is a bunch of news stories. And all the news stories together, just talks about these songs. Jackson Browne, The Firm, Smokey Robinson, Quincy Jones. So these are news stories about these artists. It's called a 60-second LP. So it's just a bunch of short little news articles about these songs, about the artists, the song themselves. It has John Lennon, Bruce Springsteen, The Miracles, Elton John, Starship, Heart, Little Richard. So stuff like that. Just really cool. You can see it from the light. It's got a lot of tracks on it. So I do like these kind of radio station broadcast stuff. All right, so moving on. We're getting down to the last few here. What time we got? Oh, we're doing pretty good on time. We have Disco Party, Adam 8. Adam 8. Adam 8. So Adam 8 Limited presents Disco Party. So 20 non-stop original hits by the original artists, Gladys Knight and the Pips, Hughes Corporation, Main Ingredients, Styx, Carol Douglas, Paper Lace, Bachman Turner Overdrive, George McRae, Barry White. So just more disco songs. I do like disco a lot, so that's the label right there. I don't know who Adam 8 is, what that label is. If any of y'all are familiar with the Adam 8. So yep. Interesting. But it's a nice picture though. And we have 80s movies collected. So these are by the original artists who did these songs in these movies in the 80s. It was put out by put up by Music on Vinyl. Here's the hype sticker if you want to take a peek at that. But I think it's maybe 3 LP or no, it's 2 LP. Interesting. One's white, one's black. and the white's in the black sleeve, and the black's in the white sleeve. But here's size C and D, which is black vinyl, and this is side A and B, which is on white vinyl. And it's numbered number 2448. I think at 5,000, so it's not a big deal really. Nice inner sleeve. Here's all the movies I think that they took tracks from. So, Weird Science, Rocky 4. Let me show you. Is it a gatefold? Let me see. It's not a gatefold, but it has Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Jewel and Owl, St. Elmo's Fire, Top Gun, Footloose, Back to the Future, Weird Science, The Lost Boys, Flashdance, Short Circuit, The Breakfast Club, Electric Dreams, Less Than Zero. So it has songs from those movies and more. So it's pretty cool. 80s movie hits collected. Yeah, I'm familiar with Morris Levy. I have a 45 of a song that he did not write, but he put his name as a writer on that 45 to get the royalties. So I'm familiar with him. So Adam A released that John Lennon Roots album unofficially. Okay, cool. So it's another unofficial. Cool. Yep. Capital Sue Levy. Yeah. So he was not a good guy. All right, I got the last one here. So, Stereo, RCA Victor, Oldsmobile highlights. So I like these records when they have names of companies on them like that. I have some McDonald's, other ones too, pretty cool. But this is the new Stars in Action Collector's Limited Edition. A lot of these people I don't even know. I think this is, 1964. It was the year before I was born. So the new Stars in Action. It was probably a promotional record. It has Hello Dolly, I Want to Hold Your Hand by Peter Nero, The Best Is Yet to Come by Anne Margaret, Morning Dew, The Woman Folk. So, interesting stuff. That's the back of it. So they're probably promoting these artists. That was on the front. Notice it's on a tire too, so that's cool. So yeah, it's on a really interesting RCA label. The writing is different than most of these RCA that I've seen before. I'll show it to you. This looks a little different than most of these RCA records that I've seen. So, anyways. So that's going to be the conclusion to all of my various records in my various sections, multiple artists. Now, I do have, I don't know if you can see them or not, but behind me on the left, I've stacked that much of the Now That's What I Call series. I did not include them in this because I want to go ahead and make a separate video just showcasing them. And I have videos I did a couple years ago where I just showcased all of my K-Tel records. They're on my channel. If you want to see all of those, I tried the K-Tel albums I have been showing are things that I've purchased since I did that video. I was trying not to duplicate the K-Tel records I showed. But yeah, that's pretty much going to be it for tonight. If anybody has any questions, I'd be happy to answer them. Am I the only one that keeps these these multiple artist records separate from everything else, or do you find a place to put them in with other places in your collection? I'm just curious. Excuse me, but yeah, I just I figured that the best way to handle these are to put them in a section, you know, all to themselves, various, and they're in with the V's and VA. So yeah. So all right, I appreciate it, Adrian. So I'm gonna go ahead and start getting out of here. I do have to be at work in the morning. If nobody has any questions, I'm not seeing anything in the chat room. I'd be happy to answer anything for you. So, but thank Rob Dog for stopping by. Thanks, Front to Back Vinyl. I appreciate you stopping by, as always. And so next week, not sure what I'm going to be doing yet. It'll be something. that's for sure. So, but all right. So I'll see you all next week, and keep spinning, and take care. Have a good night. Thanks. I appreciate it, Rub Dog. Awesome, as always. And I'm gonna have you on. I'm gonna have you on pretty soon, hopefully. So, all right. Have a good night, you all. Oops. Let me do that.